considérer non plus.
Ça va sur l'aile. Il a essayé, bien joué. André, il choisit le côté gauche. Il envoie le... Oh, le bon termine de la tête. Et le gardien est présent.
Oh, ça c'est magnifique, chapeau.
C'est bien, la passe à 10. Il faut aussi des coups dangereux. Et corner. Bien battu, ballon récupéré.
Vous avez remarqué comme les latéraux montent, Pierre-Mauroy?
Oui, c'est vrai, mais je suis sûr que ça correspond à une tactique précise, non?
À mon avis, c'est pour forcer les ailiers adverses à redescendre. Plus ils sont loin de votre cage, moins ils peuvent causer de dégâts.
Il en profite à gauche. Il se fait jouer dans la profondeur.
Dommage qu'il n'ait pas levé la tête. Il aurait sans doute pu trouver un coéquipier démarqué.
Il y a peut-être un coup à jouer. Oh, la frappe! Oh, incroyable! Incroyable le but du Paris Saint-Germain! Sublime! Bien vu la situation, c'était obligé de se terminer comme ça.
C'est quand même inquiétant d'encaisser des buts comme ça. C'est soit un problème de communication, soit un problème tactique. En tout cas, il faut vite trouver une solution.
Le Paris Saint-Germain qui a donc ouvert le score.
Ils ont pris l'avantage, mais attention, il reste encore du temps à jouer.
Mbemba. La passe en retrait vers son défenseur. Nuno Mendes. Ça peut faire mal s'il est servi. Danger repoussé pour le moment. Ben Taleb. Ça joue long. Nuno Mendes. En retrait pour repartir proprement. Une longue passe vers l'avant. La passe dans la profondeur. Bien donné, plein axe. Il est sur le côté. C'est parfait, magnifique. C'est bien fait ça. Il peut tirer. Quelle occasion, attention. Oh, quel arrêt.
Incroyable comme il est allé la chercher. Ça semblait se diriger tout droit au fond.
Ça bouge côté gauche. Oh, quel geste. Il n'a pas hésité à tacler.
C'est un spécialiste des frappes lointaines celui-là. Et ils le savent. Alors s'il lui laisse de l'espace, bien sûr qu'il va tirer.
Un long ballon vers l'avant. Oh, voici Dembélé. Ça, c'est une interception parfaite. Mais ce ballon en retrait vers le gardien. Mbemba.
Lille n'a aucune raison de paniquer. Il reste quand même 45 minutes pour jouer, pour revenir dans cette rencontre.
Vitinha. Marquinhos. Possibilité peut-être pour Giroud. Ça joue à gauche. Il va au duel. Il cherche un coéquipier. Non, c'est trop profond ça. Un peu d'oxygène, mais ça va revenir. Allez, ça peut faire mal. Dans la surface. C'est joué derrière. Attention! Et quel manque de réussite sur son tir.
Voilà un joueur capable d'expédier des boulets de canon sans aucune préparation. La défense doit intervenir beaucoup plus rapidement.
Touche. Ils s'en sortent. Cette passe en profondeur. Allez, c'est dangereux. C'était presque au fond.
Ah, c'était ambitieux, c'est sûr. Mais à cette distance, il aurait fallu un exploit pour battre le gardien.
Bonne passe. Lille va évidemment chercher à réagir et effacer ce petit but de retard. Oh, le duel. Il est lancé sur l'aile. Sur la gauche. Ça sprint côté gauche. Sa gauche. Ça joue à gauche. Il était vraiment propre ce tacle. Voici Giroud. Le ballon piqué sur le côté. Bien joué ça. C'est bien fait ça. Oh attention. Oh le coup de tête. Deuxième chance. Et ça rentre. Lille qui égalise. Le gardien était bien présent sur la première tentative, mais il n'avait bien pu faire sur la deuxième.
Il est très malin sur ce coup-là. Il profite des airs, monte à la défense. Il est parfait.
Et c'est donc un changement.
Ah, un joueur créatif qui entre, ça va ajouter un peu de variété à leur jeu.
Et ça repart du rond central, égalité parfaite.
Alors là, ça pourrait être un très grand match parce que les deux équipes se rendent coup pour coup.
Et voici que la pluie fait son apparition. Avec Meunier. Oh la maîtrise, quel bonheur pour les yeux. Il est servi. C'est dégagé loin. Ouais, c'était bien dans l'idée, mais la passe n'était pas assez précise. C'était plus du marquage, c'est du harcèlement.
Vu qu'il a déjà marqué, il n'est pas impossible qu'il veuille remettre ça.
Il veut montrer à tout le monde qu'il ne sert pas qu'à marquer des buts.
Les équipes ont de plus en plus tendance à défendre haut aujourd'hui. Ça devient un peu la norme.
Possibilité peut-être pour Giroud. Le coup franc pour Lille. Il tente sa chance. André. C'est bien fait. Peut-être une occasion de centrer. Ce ballon dans l'axe. La frappe, attention. C'était une énorme occasion, mais c'est manqué. Il décide d'allonger le jeu. Un peu d'oxygène pour sa défense.
Ah, c'était l'occasion de faire la différence. Quel dommage.
Changement d'orientation du jeu.
Ah, mais quel dommage, quel gâchis, mais il n'arrive pas.
Quelle séquence de passes, collectivement c'est parfait. Il écarte, c'est bien fait. Un peu d'air pour la défense. Il faut centrer. Un ballon devant la cage. Voici Dembélé.
Il va falloir porter le danger vers l'avant. Il ne reste vraiment plus beaucoup de temps.
Il allonge. Il a du champ sur le côté. C'est Meunier qui centre. Le danger est écarté. Un centre encore. Quelle détente! Bref, rien de tout cela n'a réussi à décourager les supporters qui sont très nombreux et qui vont soutenir très fortement leur équipe. C'est l'un des plus beaux stades dédiés au football. Et c'est donc parti.
Il n'a pas eu le temps de se mettre en position de frappe.
Lille qui essaye de construire. Il a essayé d'y aller seul mais sans réussite. Mendes. Allons en profondeur pour Dembélé. Hakimi. Allons en profondeur pour Dembélé. Dembélé. Le coup franc pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
Il y a vraiment eu une mauvaise communication entre les défenseurs là. Il ne faut pas se mettre dans de telles situations. Ça vous met en difficulté.
Oh, il s'en sort bien. L'arbitre ne sort pas de carton pour cette fois. Il frappe directement. C'est dégagé. L'ouverture sur le côté. Mendes, il est bien placé. Il est assez bien seul aussi. Le dégagement du gardien. Il se rattrape bien. l'égalisation. Pas encore de but dans ce match, mais ça va changer évidemment quand les équipes auront réellement pris leur marque.
C'est vrai, mais il n'y a pas de raison de prendre des risques inconsidérés non plus.
Ça va sur l'aile. Ah, il a essayé, bien joué. André, il choisit le côté gauche. Il envoie le... Oh, le bon termine de la tête. Et le gardien est présent.
Oh, ça c'est magnifique. Chapeau.
C'est bien, la passe à 10. Il faut essayer d'être plus dangereux. Et corner. Bien battu, ballon récupéré.
Vous avez remarqué comme les latéraux montent Pierre-Mauroy?
Oui, c'est vrai, mais je suis sûr que ça correspond à une tactique précise, non?
À mon avis, c'est pour forcer les ailiers adverses à redescendre. Plus ils sont loin de votre cage, moins ils peuvent causer de dégâts.
Il en profite à gauche. Il se fait jouer dans la profondeur.
Dommage qu'il n'ait pas levé la tête. Il aurait sans doute pu trouver un coéquipier démarqué.
Il y a peut-être un coup à jouer. Oh, la frappe! Oh, incroyable! Incroyable but du Paris Saint-Germain! Sublime! Mais vu la situation, c'était obligé de se terminer comme ça.
C'est quand même inquiétant d'encaisser des buts comme ça. C'est soit un problème de communication, soit un problème tactique. En tout cas, il faut vite trouver une solution.
Le Paris Saint-Germain qui a donc ouvert le score.
Ils ont pris l'avantage, mais attention, il reste encore du temps à jouer.
Mbemba. La passe en retrait vers son défenseur. Nuno Mendes. Ça peut faire mal s'il est servi. Danger repoussé pour le moment. Ben Taleb. Ça joue long. Nuno Mendes. En retrait pour repartir proprement. Une longue passe vers l'avant. La passe dans la profondeur. Bien donné, plein axe. Il est sur le côté. C'est parfait, magnifique. C'est bien fait ça. Il peut tirer. Quelle occasion, attention. Oh, quel arrêt.
Incroyable comme il est allé la chercher. Ça semblait se diriger tout droit au fond.
Ça bouge côté gauche. Oh, quel geste. Il n'a pas hésité à attaquer.
C'est un spécialiste des frappes lointaines celui-là. Et ils le savent. Alors s'il lui laisse de l'espace, bien sûr qu'il va tirer.
Un long ballon vers l'avant. Oh, voici Dembélé. Ça, c'est une interception parfaite. Mais ce ballon en retrait vers le gardien. Mbemba.
Lille n'a aucune raison de paniquer. Il reste quand même 45 minutes pour jouer, pour revenir dans cette rencontre.
Vitinha. Marquinhos. Possibilité peut-être pour Giroud. Ça joue à gauche. Il va au duel. Il cherche un coéquipier. Ah non, c'est trop profond ça. Un peu d'oxygène, mais ça va revenir. Allez, ça peut faire mal. Dans la surface. C'est joué derrière. Attention! Et quel manque de réussite sur son tir.
Voilà un joueur capable d'expédier des boulets de canon sans aucune préparation. La défense doit intervenir beaucoup plus rapidement.
Touche. Ils s'en sortent. Cette passe en profondeur. Allez, c'est dangereux. C'était presque au fond.
Ah, c'était ambitieux, c'est sûr. Mais à cette distance, il aurait fallu un exploit pour battre le gardien.
Bonne passe. Lille va évidemment chercher à réagir et effacer ce petit but de retard. Oh, le duel. Il est lancé sur l'aile. Sur la gauche. Ça sprint côté gauche. Sa gauche. Ça joue à gauche. Il était vraiment propre ce tacle. Voici Giroud. Le ballon piqué sur le côté. Bien joué ça. C'est bien fait ça. Oh attention. Oh le coup de tête. Deuxième chance. Et ça rentre. Oh Lille qui égalise. Le gardien était bien présent sur la première tentative, mais il n'a rien pu faire sur la deuxième.
Il est très malin sur ce coup-là. Il profite aisément de la défense. Il est parfait.
Et c'est donc un changement.
Ah, un joueur créatif qui entre, ça va ajouter un peu de variété à leur jeu.
Et ça repart du rond central, égalité parfaite.
Alors là, ça pourrait être un très grand match parce que les deux équipes se rendent coup pour coup.
Et voici que la pluie fait son apparition. Avec Meunier. Oh la maîtrise, quel bonheur pour les yeux. Il est servi. C'est dégagé loin. Ouais, c'était bien dans l'idée, mais la passe n'était pas assez précise. C'était plus du marquage, c'est du harcèlement.
Vu qu'il a déjà marqué, il n'est pas impossible qu'il veuille remettre ça.
Il veut montrer à tout le monde qu'il ne sert pas qu'à marquer des buts.
Les équipes ont de plus en plus tendance à défendre haut aujourd'hui. Ça devient un peu la norme.
Possibilité peut-être pour Giroud. Le coup franc pour Lille. Il tente sa chance. André. C'est bien fait. Peut-être une occasion de centrer. Ce ballon dans l'axe. La frappe, attention. C'était une énorme occasion, mais c'est manqué. Il décide d'allonger le jeu. Un peu d'oxygène pour sa défense.
Oh, c'était l'occasion de faire la différence. Quel dommage.
Changement d'orientation du jeu.
Ah, mais quel dommage, quel gâchis, mais il n'arrive pas.
Quelle séquence de passes. Collectivement, c'est parfait. Il écarte, c'est bien fait. Un peu d'air pour la défense. Il faut centrer. Un ballon devant la cage. Voici Dembélé.
Il va falloir porter le danger vers l'avant. Il ne reste vraiment plus beaucoup de temps.
Il allonge. Il a du champ sur le côté. C'est Meunier qui centre. Le danger est écarté. Un centre encore. Quelle détente! Bref, rien de tout cela n'a réussi à décourager les supporters qui sont très nombreux et qui vont soutenir très fortement leur équipe. C'est l'un des plus beaux stades dédiés au football. Et c'est donc parti.
Il n'a pas eu le temps de se mettre en position de frappe.
Lille qui essaye de construire. Il a essayé d'y aller seul mais sans réussite. Mendes. Ballon en profondeur pour Dembélé. Hakimi. Ballon en profondeur pour Dembélé. Dembélé. Le coup franc pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
Il y a vraiment eu une mauvaise communication entre les défenseurs là. Il ne faut pas se mettre dans de telles situations. Ça vous met en difficulté.
Oh, il s'en sort bien. L'arbitre ne sort pas de carton pour cette fois. Il frappe directement. C'est dégagé. L'ouverture sur le côté. Mendes, il est bien placé. Ouais, il est placé bien seul aussi. Et dégagement du gardien. Il se rattrape bien. côté. Quelle inspiration! Pas encore de but dans ce match, mais ça va changer évidemment quand les équipes auront réellement pris leur marque.
C'est vrai, mais il n'y a pas de raison de prendre des risques inconsidérés non plus.
Ça va sur l'aile. Ah, il a essayé, bien joué. André, il choisit le côté gauche. Il envoie le... Oh, le bon termine de la tête. Et le gardien est présent.
Ah, ça c'est magnifique. Chapeau.
C'est bien, la passe à 10. Il faut essayer d'être plus dangereux. Et corner. Il dégage. Ouais, ils sont bien battus. Ballon récupéré. Nuno Mendes.
Vous avez remarqué comme les latéraux montent très loin?
Oui, c'est vrai, mais je suis sûr que ça correspond à une tactique précise, non?
À mon avis, c'est pour forcer les ailiers adverses à redescendre. Plus ils sont loin de votre étage, moins ils peuvent causer de dégâts.
Il en profite à gauche. C'est joué dans la profondeur.
Dommage qu'il n'ait pas levé la tête. Il aurait sans doute pu trouver un coéquipier démarqué.
Il y a peut-être un coup à jouer. Oh, la frappe! Oh, incroyable! Incroyable le but du Paris Saint-Germain! Sublime! Mais vu la situation, c'était obligé de se terminer comme ça.
C'est quand même inquiétant d'encaisser des buts comme ça. C'est soit un problème de communication, soit un problème tactique. En tout cas, il faut vite trouver une solution.
En retrait pour repartir proprement. Une longue passe vers l'avant. La passe dans la profondeur. Bien donné, plein axe. Il est sur le côté. C'est parfait, magnifique. C'est bien fait ça. Il peut tirer. Quelle occasion, attention. Oh, quel arrêt!
Incroyable comme il est allé la chercher. Ça semblait se diriger tout droit au fond.
Il tire. Un peu d'air pour la défense. Ça bouge côté gauche. Oh, quel geste! Il n'a pas hésité à tacler. La frappe!
C'est un spécialiste des frappes lointaines celui-là. Et ils le savent. Alors s'il lui laisse de l'espace, bien sûr qu'il va tirer.
Un long ballon vers l'avant. Oh, voici Dembélé. Ça, c'est une interception parfaite. Mais ce ballon en retrait vers le gardien. Mbemba.
Lille n'a aucune raison de paniquer. Il reste quand même 45 minutes pour jouer, pour revenir dans cette rencontre.
Vitinha. Marquinhos. Possibilité peut-être pour Giroud. Ça joue à gauche. Il va au duel. Il cherche un coéquipier. Non, c'est trop profond ça. Un peu d'oxygène, mais ça va revenir. Allez, ça peut faire mal. Dans la surface. C'est joué derrière. Attention! Et quel manque de réussite sur son tir.
Voilà un joueur capable d'expédier des boulets de canon sans aucune préparation. La défense doit intervenir beaucoup plus rapidement.
Touche. Il s'en sort. Cette passe en profondeur. Allez, c'est dangereux. C'était presque au fond.
Ah, c'était ambitieux, c'est sûr. Mais à cette distance, il aurait fallu un exploit pour battre le gardien.
Bonne passe. Lille va évidemment chercher à réagir et effacer ce petit but de retard. Oh, le duel. Il est lancé sur l'aile. Sur la gauche. Ça sprint côté gauche. Sa gauche. Ça joue à gauche. Il était vraiment propre ce tacle. Voici Giroud. Le ballon piqué sur le côté. Bien joué ça. C'est bien fait ça. Oh attention. Oh le coup de tête. Deuxième chance. Et ça rentre. Oh Lille qui égalise. Le gardien était bien présent sur la première tentative, mais il n'a rien pu faire sur la deuxième.
Il est très malin sur ce coup-là. Il profite des airs, monte à la défense. Il est parfait.
Et c'est donc un changement.
Ah, un joueur créatif qui entre, ça va ajouter un peu de variété à leur jeu.
Et ça repart du rond central, égalité parfaite.
Alors là, ça pourrait être un très grand match parce que les deux équipes se rendent coup pour coup.
Et voici que la pluie fait son apparition. Avec Meunier. Oh la maîtrise, quel bonheur pour les yeux. Il est servi. C'est dégagé loin. Ouais, c'était bien dans l'idée, mais la passe n'était pas assez précise. C'était plus du marquage, c'est du harcèlement.
Vu qu'il a déjà marqué, il n'est pas impossible qu'il veuille remettre ça.
Il veut montrer à tout le monde qu'il ne sert pas qu'à marquer des buts.
Les équipes ont de plus en plus tendance à défendre haut aujourd'hui. Ça devient un peu la norme.
Possibilité peut-être pour Giroud. Le coup franc pour Lille. Il tente sa chance. André. C'est bien fait. Peut-être une occasion de centrer. Ce ballon dans l'axe. d'allonger le jeu. Un peu d'oxygène pour sa défense.
Oh, c'était l'occasion de faire la différence. Quel dommage.
Changement d'orientation du jeu.
Ah, mais quel dommage, quel gâchis, mais il n'arrive pas.
Quelle séquence de passes. Collectivement, c'est parfait. Il écarte, c'est bien fait. Un peu d'aide pour la défense. Il faut centrer. Un ballon devant la cage. Et il dégage. Oh, voici Dembélé.
Il va falloir porter le danger vers l'avant, il ne reste vraiment plus beaucoup de temps.
Il allonge. Il a du champ sur le côté.
Up and
C'est
running,
Ligue.
having failed to win either of their first two domestic games this term. 2-2 draw at Rennes in their first league game, and a 1-0 defeat in Lens in the Champions Trophy. They're certainly having a difficult opening run of fixtures, because tonight isn't easy by any stretch of the imagination. Two of France's 3 Champions League participants were involved in Thursday's draw. Unfortunately for French football, Lyon didn't quite make it. They were knocked out in the playoff against Fenerbahce. Will be in the Europa League instead. This is interesting at the moment. We've got Zaire Emery filling in at left back, Beraldo playing in midfield. We'll have to wait and see if that remains the case. Luis Enrique has used Lucas Beraldo in midfield a lot in recent games, starting at the tail end of last season. There is Mr. Versatile Warren Zaire Emery, and it does look like he's playing at left back, doesn't it? Possession straight to Akliouche. Now Vitinha. Agnes Akliouche. Former Monaco player. Ferran Torres. Torres became just the 3rd PSG player to score a double on his debut, following the exploits from Patrick Mboma and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. More impressive for the fact that Ferran Torres didn't even start against Rennes. He came on at half-time. So really did help to turn the game back towards PSG. Thiago Santos with the cross. Kept alive by Felix Correa. Romain Perrault whips it towards Giroud. Away and headed here by Marquinhos. Bentaleb. Perrault. Correa. Back on Haraldson. Now Santos. Enjoyed a good start to the season under Davide Ancelotti. Thiago Santos, sprightly form in pre-season, and he scored Lille's 2nd goal against Angers. It's been a big week off the pitch for Lille after they completed a transfer prodigy, Ayoub Bouadi, who was with the team in Angers last Sunday. News filtered through during the afternoon that Lille had reached an agreement with Manchester City Bouhaddi's transfer, and that has now gone through, and the 18-year-old could even be in action for Manchester City this weekend. 95 million euros. Certainly does Lille's finances a lot of good. Leaves them a bit thinner in terms of midfield talent. Kliush looking to pick out Torres, or the goalkeeper. He hasn't collected it, and Hakimi with a big chance. Achraf Hakimi curling it, failing to find the target after Berke Oza had made a real mess of this. Alexandro did enough just to hold off Ferran Torres, but Oza failed to collect the ball. Hakimi will feel he should have scored it. The goalkeeper way out of position. Punches the outside of the post on its way wide. Lille cannot afford to make that kind of individual error. It's this Parisian team. Today's referee giving Achraf Hakimi the free kick there. Hakimi, who played alongside Ayoub Bouhaddi at the World Cup with Morocco. Currently the most expensive export ever from Ligue 1. Prepared to leave. He's beaten Neymar's record after Neymar left Paris Saint-Germain for 90 million euros. But the record could go again next 48 hours or so, because Bradley Barcola is on the brink of a move to Liverpool, it seems. Barcola not involved today. Ibrahim Mbaye not in the PSG squad either. He is likely to be on his way. Fabian Ruiz. Intercepted by Alexandro. Now Perrault. Ngoy finding Thiago Santos. Haraldson. From Santos, accurate as well. Ethan Mbappe. Mbappe crossing Giroud. Incredibly, it's been saved by Santos, and Felix Carrera can't turn the rebound home. Massive chance for Lille there. Giroud with his head in his hands. It's the kind of opening he would expect to put away. Really good football in the build-up. The run from Mbappe picked out by Thiago Santos. Mbappe looked up, knew exactly where Giroud was. Giroud's first-time effort blocked by Safonov. Felix Carrera panicking maybe a little. He couldn't stay on his feet there. So big chances for both teams, one at each end. Vitinha. Talked about Barcola and Mbaye not being in the PSG squad today, with transfers hanging over those players. Lille have a player in the same category, Matthias Fernandez Pardo, Belgian attacker. Vitinha. That's Hakimi. Vitinha, his cross is towards Fabian Ruiz. Corner if it goes, but Santos has managed to clear the ball in time. The reports growing through the day with regards to Newcastle's interest in Matthias Fernandez Pardo. One of Lille's most potent attacking players, and has a high ceiling. It seems he played quite a lot as a central striker, particularly in the second half of last season at Lille. Started as a winger. Mainly, he didn't play in the World Cup with Belgium. Nicely worked by the Parisians. It's the 0-2-8. Going for goal from the left angle of the penalty area there. This was good from Ethan Mbappe. Run, control, and the awareness. 19-year-old picking out Olivier Giroud in the middle. Alongside a 19-year-old Mbappe when he won the World Cup in 2018. He's playing alongside a 19-year-old Mbappe again, but it's the younger brother now. The ball from Alexandro to Santos. Ngoy finds Bentaleb. Played by Mbappe to bring that ball forwards. Now Thiago Santos. He plays one over the top, and Carrera very nearly got there ahead of Safonov. Plenty of space in behind that Parisian defence, but we know Matvei Safonov is good at leading those balls over the top. Very quick to come out of his box. The offside, Felix Carrera. PSG with 33 goals scored in their 10 league games against Lille in the last 5 seasons. It's at least 7 more than they've scored against any other French club. One of the reasons is that Lille like to come out, they like to play and try to create chances, they don't just sit in. Mbappe back to Andre. Pass into space for Eden Mbappe. Mbappe's got Giroud ahead of him. Mbappe with the shot, blocked by Beraldo. Taleb to Andre. Now Haraldson. Herrera to Santos. Of favour, Thiago Santos with Bruno Genesio in the last weeks of last season. Genesio was not happy with Thiago Santos's attitude, but he's a player of considerable talent and he looks really determined in the early stages of this season for a new coach. By Giroud. Made from Hakimi. And then Mbappe, who feels that Hakimi went down rather easily. Is Davide Ancelotti, 37 years of age, already in coaching for so long, when you consider that he was part of his father's staff at Paris Saint-Germain in 2012, 2013. coach in Europe. He was in charge of Botafogo in Brazil. We know that he's got huge experience as an assistant alongside his father, Carlo Ancelotti. So it'll be very interesting to follow Davide Ancelotti's coaching career. PSG play the ball out of a tight spot very nicely. Lucas Beraldo. Akliouche, the €50 million signing from Monaco. Hakimi back to Akliouche. At the start today, Akliouche in his preferred position of right-sided attacker. He was played in the false nine role in the Champions Trophy against Lens, and also in the Super Cup against Aston Villa. Marquinhos. Hakimi. Akliouche. Here is again the French international, Agnès Akliouche. Out of this refresh to the Parisian attack. Ferran Torres, Akliouche, Mika Goods as well on the bench today. Ticking here, but Coutinho was just caught possession. The supporters are very much present and behind the team right now. The stadium really does generate a lot of noise, particularly with the roof closed. Particularly on big nights like this, and there are going to be some big nights this season with a Champions League campaign to come. Home games, it's Bayern Munich, Real Betis, Galatasaray and Slovan Bratislava. Away games against Arsenal, Roma, Bodo Glimt and Stuttgart. Now on the charge again is Mbappe. Getting some joy on this right-hand side. Etienne Mbappe goes for goal himself this time into the arms of Safanov. PSG have got some issues on the left side of their defence. Warren Zaïre-Emery playing out of position and still finding it hard at the moment to keep Mbappe under wraps. And for the big occasion, Etienne Mbappe scored that equaliser against PSG late on last year, scored the winner as well in the game against Marseille. Hakimi. Very advanced position. He pick out a teammate, he has done. Ferran Torres. It's a real opportunity for the Spaniard. It was beautifully carved for him by Achraf Hakimi, and Torres will be disappointed with that finish. Then Mbappe, look at the space he's got to run into. Really generate the power in his shot though. Drake, Bentaleb, Giroud, Haraldson, crisp football this from Lille. Cross, however, very disappointing by Thiago Santos after such nice approach play. Just as France scoring scoring record. Olivier Giroud, Kylian Mbappe is now the all-time record France goal scorer, but Giroud with his 57 international goals has a sensationally good record to back on, be proud of. Easy season last year, Giroud, upon his return to Ligue. Felix Carrera with a shot wide. He had space, and again it's come from a mistake at the back, a really poor pass from Willian Pacho, and Felix Carrera with a presentable chance. Lille coming again. That's a clever pass. Chance for Haraldson! What a strike that is! Håkon Haraldson! Lille take the lead. And it had been coming. They've been impressive in these opening 20 minutes and caused all sorts of problems to the PSG defence. Until that moment, they hadn't found the finish, but Haraldson emphatically puts that right. A really clever little reverse pass from Olivier Giroud to create the space. PSG are behind again. The third domestic game running this season. Look at this from Giroud. He takes Pacho with him and then just rolls the ball into the space that Pacho has left behind him. Still plenty to do for Håkon Haraldson, the Icelandic international, with a beautiful finish. 8 goals in Ligue 1 last season for Haraldson. He's up and running now this year. Lille are in the box seat. We are waiting a check here. Was there offside? Was there any issue? The goal stands. Goal stands. Marquinhos isn't happy, but nothing wrong with that, says Eric Vatelier after getting confirmation from his VAR officials. It was that push, was it? That contact, let's say, from Nathan Ngoy on Ferran Torres. Not deemed a clear and obvious error from the referee. Like I say, 8 goals last year. This could be a really big season for him in his relatively young career. He's still only 23 years of age, a very talented performer, a good mover with the ball at his feet. He's got the Champions League to look forward to as well. I mentioned Lille's Champions League opponents, PSG, Barcelona and Manchester City among their 8 opponents. Roma, Aston Villa, Galatasaray, Villarreal, Slovan Bratislava and Como completing the list. So 3 teams that PSG have never played before in Europe. A bit of a novel flavour. Como, Villarreal and Roma. Opposition as well. So many games PSG have played against Premier League clubs, so they'll be, I'm sure, looking forward to taking on Manchester City and Aston Villa. It's domestic matters right now in the minds of the PSG players, and Luis Enrique will be concerned, I'm sure, about just the goal conceded, but the number of chances that Lille have created. Chances as well. Hakimi hits hitting the outside of the post. Ferran Torres putting a decent chance wide. Pierre-Mauroy, who is back to the young Frenchman. Ronaldo's first time ball overhit. So good for Paris Saint-Germain in the last 2 seasons. He's not having an easy period right now. A lot of these PSG players and some of the Lille players were involved in the World Cup and perhaps haven't had quite as much time off and then preparation as they would have liked. Hakimi. Here's Pacho, Ecuador international. Pierre-Mauroy. Quinhos. Lille really pressing these PSG players, not allowing them to pass their way up the pitch easily. Pierre-Mauroy. Desiré Doué now. PSG could do with Doué seeing more of the ball and drawing more influence. He's cutting in field. Hakimi. Now, a little bit of space for Desiré Doué. The cutback from Doué, the save. Burka Oza to deny Fabien Ruiz. Again, PSG creating danger through Achraf Hakimi on this right-hand side. It was a lovely ball inside to Desiré Doué there. It's interesting. 23 without defeat in the league for Lille after opening the scoring. PSG last weekend storm back in the second half against Rennes, 2-0 down at half-time. They drew 2-2. Could have got a winning goal on that occasion as well. Way to go here. Alexandro Perrault. Low shot, a bit too close though to Burka Oza. Benjamin Andre ensuring that Lille keep possession, and it's quickly worked out to this right-hand side. Mbappe. Santos with the cross, cleared by Marquinhos. Space now for Doué. Game of football this, Desiré Doué. Intercepted by Ngoy. Mbappe. Bentaleb. Looking out Perrault. Inside to Nabil Bentaleb. Mbappe looking to run at Warren Zaïre-Emery. It's slightly odd seeing Warren Zaïre-Emery. I know he's very versatile, but playing at left back tonight, Nuno Mendes serving the second of his 2-match ban. PSG on the bench. Got 2 French international left backs. They've got Luca Digne, who re-signed club after 11 years away. In the summer, they've got Lucas Hernandez as well. Might consider himself more of a centre-back, but he's played plenty of games at left-back as well. Nico Goods, more of a left winger. Kliush. Ronaldo pinging it. Doué. Doué's pass, well read by Andre. Andre, the 36-year-old, he's only got the 39-year-old Giroud ahead of him. Long way wide from the Portuguese international, who, like one of his PSG colleagues, is some way off his scintillating best right now. Giroud does really well, chesting down to Haraldson. Guerrera looking for Giroud, who, well, he'd have managed to kill that ball with his first touch, was in a great position. Wasn't easy though. Played in at pace by Felix Carrera, the Portuguese winger. Lille have been in France's top tier since one promotion back in 2000. Since that promotion, turn of the century, they finished in the top 5 on 21 occasions. Very consistent. A couple of title wins as well in that time. Under Rudy Garcia in 2011. Christophe Galtier in 2021. Isaac Kliush. Hakimi. Kliush, that's a good ball from Kliush. They were queuing up. Ferran Torres decided to go for the ball. Might have been better off leaving it. Marquinhos. Lovely cross from Isaac Kliush. Now, did Marquinhos give Ferran Torres a shout? He certainly did afterwards. A shout though to tell him to leave it. Marquinhos trying to lift his team here, popping up in the centre forward position a moment ago and to drive forward. Here's Achraf Hakimi, Kliush. market for Lille. I say quiet, of course. They've sold Ayoub Bouadi for close to 100 million euros. In terms of incomings, as we see Carlo Ancelotti present in the stands alongside the Lille president Olivier Leton. They work together at Paris Saint-Germain, Leton and Carlo Ancelotti. In terms of incomings, Bachar Onal, the big signing, 12.5 million euros from NEC Nijmegen in the Netherlands. Started against Angers on the bench at kick-off here. Orlando Gil as well, the Uruguayan international goalkeeper, has joined from San Lorenzo. Dylan Bakwa, interesting to see him back in France on loan from Nottingham Forest. Didn't really work out for the former Strasbourg man last season in the Premier League. He's a very talented player though. Have a big role to play at Lille this season. Hakimi. And yes, Akliouche. Is that a foul? Akliouche putting his hands perhaps into the face of Benjamin Andre. That's certainly what the Lille captain is saying. There was a hand up there. How badly hurt Benjamin Andre is. I mean, he's not the kind of guy to exaggerate usually. Perhaps he also appreciated that it was a good time to get a free kick with PSG just starting to exert some real pressure. Regulations in France say that if a player does need treatment, he has to go off for a minute. So Benjamin Andre pretty quickly back to his feet after the referee told him that he was in danger of having to go off. Header won by Santos, and Nabil Bentaleb quick to tidy up. Left it in this first half. Just joined us. The game was delayed by 15 minutes. Kickoff was delayed because there was an issue in the ticket office at Lille, and a lot of supporters were struggling to get hold of their match day tickets, and were given that extra 15 minutes to get into their seats. 20 minutes into the game, Lille struck with a terrific goal from Hakon Haraldsson, and they are looking good value for their lead right now. PSG would love to respond before the break. Ferran Torres. Torres with the pass just behind Vitinha. Well, Haraldsson doesn't get the free kick. Frustration of the home fans, but the referee was well placed. Doué. This time they'll get the free kick. Fabian Ruiz absolutely furious with that decision. He's provoked that reaction from the referee. Yellow card, first of the night. Wonder whether that free kick was given after the reaction here, the furious reaction from the Lille crowd, that Haraldsson didn't get a free kick there. pass flicked on by Santos. Vitinha finding Desiree Doué. Back with Vitinha. Now the World Cup winner, Fabian Ruiz. Akliouche. Difficult one to get under control, and he manage it. We saw two half-time changes from Luis Enrique last weekend. Akliouche. Kimi. Finds Vitinha, who's clipped into the middle, headed away by Romain Perrault. I wonder if Luis Enrique will make changes again at half-time if PSG are trailing again. Kvaratskhelia and Mika Guts among the options available to Luis Enrique. Seni Mayulu, Raul Fernandez, otherwise quite defensive players. Mbappe, good ball. Well, it's another chance. Haraldson off target this time. Ethan Mbappe is carving PSG open time and time again on that right flank. It's another clever little pass. Nobody picked up Haraldson. He should really be making the goalkeeper work here, Håkon Haraldson. Akliouche's pass, well read by Alexandro. Giroud touching off, good back tracking by Akliouche. Paris boy, he grew up in the Paris suburbs. He was at the Clairefontaine Academy before joining AS Monaco. Ruiz to Doué. Good ball from Doué there. For Ruiz. Was that a foul from Andre? No, not according to the referee. Lucas Beraldo played the pass, and I think he just caught Andre in his follow-through. Now. Perrault. Ozair. That's an early mistake that could well have been punished, but Hakimi sent his shot against the post. Too much to do since then. Berkerosa on fairly routine save from Fabian Ruiz. PSG get it back. Great tackle, but fouled by Haraldson. momentum then for PSG in the second half of this opening period. Will be a shot, decent power behind it, but long way out there. Achraf Hakimi trying to beat Berkeroza from more than 30 yards, I'd say. They do look a little bit short on confidence, a little bit short on ideas as well in the attacking third Paris Saint-Germain. Often we say that. It's Lille now coming forward with purpose. Eden Mbappe. Shot on for Bentaleb. Oh, it's a good effort from Nabil Bentaleb. A real fizzer that had Safanov moving quickly across to his left. A stuff target from the Algerian international. A couple of minutes to play then at the end of this interesting first half. Zakliush. Zakliush again, he's been played into a difficult corner. Herrera. Haraldson, good strong tackle from Beraldo. Now PSG need to try and make it count. Vitinha. Zakliush. Vitinha again. Lille ending in numbers now. Making it difficult for PSG to find a way through. Hakimi. Vitinha. Vitinha's chip and Torres with the header. The idea was good. Quite get enough on it though. 2 goals for Torres in 45 minutes at Rennes last weekend. No goals though for Torres and no goals for PSG in the first 45 minutes. Here it is Lille who have the lead. The champions are up against it, and for the second weekend running they need to react in the second half. A brilliant goal.
Il a essayé d'y aller seul mais sans réussite. Mendes.
Ballon en profondeur pour Dembélé.
Hakimi.
Ballon en profondeur pour Dembélé.
Dembélé. Le coup franc pour le Paris Saint-Germain.
Il y a vraiment eu une mauvaise communication entre les défenseurs là. Il ne faut pas se mettre dans de telles situations. Ça vous met en difficulté.
Oh, il s'en sort bien. L'arbitre ne sort pas de carton pour cette fois. Il frappe directement. L'ouverture sur le côté. Mendes, il est bien placé. Il est placé bien seul aussi. sera sur le côté. Quelle inspiration! Pas encore de but dans ce match, mais ça va changer évidemment quand les équipes auront réellement pris leur marque.
C'est vrai, mais il n'y a pas de raison de prendre des risques inconsidérés non plus.
Ça va sur l'aile. Il a essayé, bien joué. André. Ouais, il choisit le côté gauche. Il envoie le... Oh, le bon timing de la tête. Et le gardien est présent.
Ah, ça c'est magnifique. Chapeau.
C'est bien, la passe à 10. Il faut essayer d'être plus dangereux.
Et corner.
Il dégage. Ouais, il s'est bien battu. Ballon récupéré. Nuno Mendes.
Vous avez remarqué comme les latéraux montent très loin?
Oui, c'est vrai, mais je suis sûr que ça correspond à une tactique précise, non?
À mon avis, c'est pour forcer les ailiers adverses à redescendre. Plus ils sont loin de votre cage, moins ils peuvent causer de dégâts.
Il en profite à gauche. Il se fait jouer dans la profondeur.
Dommage qu'il n'ait pas levé la tête. Il aurait sans doute pu trouver un coéquipier démarqué.
Il y a peut-être un coup à jouer. Oh, la frappe! Oh, incroyable! Incroyable le but du Paris Saint-Germain! Sublime! Mais vu la situation, c'était obligé de se terminer comme ça.
C'est quand même inquiétant d'encaisser des buts comme ça. C'est soit un problème de communication, soit un problème tactique. En tout cas, il faut vite trouver une solution.
Le Paris Saint-Germain qui a donc ouvert le score.
Ils ont pris l'avantage, mais attention, il reste encore du temps à jouer.
Mbemba. La passe en retrait vers son défenseur. Nuno Mendes. Ça peut faire mal s'il est servi. Danger repoussé pour le moment. Ben Taleb. Ça joue long. Nuno Mendes. En retrait pour repartir proprement. Une longue passe vers l'avant. La passe dans la profondeur. Bien donné, plein axe. Il est sur le côté. C'est parfait, magnifique. C'est bien fait ça. Il peut tirer. Quelle occasion, attention. Oh, quel arrêt.
Incroyable comme il est allé la chercher. Ça semblait se diriger tout droit au fond.
Il tire. Un peu d'air pour la défense. Ça bouge côté gauche. Oh, quel geste! Il n'a pas hésité à attaquer. La frappe.
C'est un spécialiste des frappes lointaines celui-là. Et ils le savent. Alors s'il lui laisse de l'espace, bien sûr qu'il va tirer.
Un long ballon vers l'avant. Oh, voici Dembélé. Ça, c'est une interception parfaite. Mais ce ballon en retrait vers le gardien. Mbemba.
Lille n'a aucune raison de paniquer. Il reste quand même 45 minutes pour jouer, pour revenir dans cette rencontre.
Vitinha. Marquinhos. Possibilité peut-être pour Giroud. Ça joue à gauche. Il va au duel. Il cherche un coéquipier. Non, c'est trop profond ça. Un peu d'oxygène, mais ça va revenir. Allez, ça peut faire mal. Dans la surface. C'est joué derrière. Attention! Et quel manque de réussite sur son tir.
Voilà un joueur capable d'expédier des boulets de canon sans aucune préparation. La défense doit intervenir beaucoup plus rapidement.
Touche. Ils s'en sortent. Cette passe en profondeur. Allez, c'est dangereux. C'était presque au fond.
Ah, c'était ambitieux, c'est sûr. Mais à cette distance, il aurait fallu un exploit pour battre le gardien.
Bonne passe. Lille va évidemment chercher à réagir et effacer ce petit but de retard. Oh, le duel. Il est lancé sur l'aile. Sur la gauche. Ça sprint côté gauche. Sa gauche. Ça joue à gauche. Il était vraiment propre ce tacle. Voici Giroud. Le ballon piqué sur le côté. Bien joué ça. C'est bien fait ça. Oh attention. Oh le coup de tête. Deuxième chance. Et ça rentre. Lille qui égalise. Le gardien était bien présent sur la première tentative, mais il n'a rien pu faire sur la deuxième.
Il est très malin sur ce coup-là. Il profite des airs, monte à la défense. Il est parfait.
Et c'est donc un changement.
Ah, un joueur créatif qui entre, ça va ajouter un peu de variété à leur jeu.
Et ça repart du rond central, égalité parfaite.
Alors là, ça pourrait être un très grand match parce que les deux équipes se rendent coup pour coup.
Et voici que la pluie fait son apparition. Avec Meunier. Oh la maîtrise, quel bonheur pour les yeux. Il est servi. C'est dégagé loin. Ouais, c'était bien dans l'idée, mais la passe n'était pas assez précise. C'était plus du marquage, c'est du harcèlement.
Vu qu'il a déjà marqué, il n'est pas impossible qu'il veuille remettre ça.
Il veut montrer à tout le monde qu'il ne sert pas qu'à marquer des buts.
Les équipes ont de plus en plus tendance à défendre haut aujourd'hui. Ça devient un peu la norme.
Possibilité peut-être pour Giroud. Le coup franc pour Lille. Il tente sa chance. André. C'est bien fait. Peut-être une occasion de centrer. Ce ballon dans l'axe. La frappe, attention. C'était une énorme occasion, mais c'est manqué. Il décide d'allonger le jeu. Un peu d'oxygène pour sa défense.
Ah, c'était l'occasion de faire la différence. Quel dommage.
Changement d'orientation du jeu.
Ah, mais quel dommage, quel gâchis, mais il n'arrive pas.
Quelle séquence de passes. Collectivement, c'est parfait. Il écarte, c'est bien fait. Un peu d'air pour la défense. Il faut centrer. Un ballon devant la cage. Et il dégage. Oh, voici Dembélé.
Il va falloir porter le danger vers l'avant. Il ne reste vraiment plus beaucoup de temps.
Il allonge. Il a du champ sur le côté. C'est Meunier qui centre.
In the free window of halftime matches for this match day 2 of Ligue football. It's getting interesting. You saw the ad. Strasbourg launched tomorrow here on beIN Sports. Auxerre Angers, Brest versus Toulouse. Olympique Lyonnais versus Le Havre. Olympique Lyonnais, unfortunately, out of the Champions League. Will be in the Europa League, but you will see Fenerbahce there in the Champions League. Two Turkish teams in the Champions League. Lorient playing host to Troyes. Paris FC playing host to Nice. Rennes playing host to the other promoted team, Le Mans, that on Sunday. And the primetime game, Monaco versus Marseille. Both Monaco and Marseille found out their fates today. Marseille playing the Europa League. Monaco falling all the way down to the Conference League, but we'll see. Seems like a tournament they could win. A lot of rumors, by the way, that Eric Lira from Mexico will be making his signing to Monaco over this weekend. We shall see.
Paris Saint-Germain up against it once again. They were 2 goals down at half-time in Rennes last Sunday. They're 1 goal down here in Lille. 45 minutes to go. And, just like he did last weekend, Luis Enrique reacting at half-time with a change. Kvicha Kvaratskhelia replacing Desiree Doué, who has to be said didn't have his best half of football. Kvaratskhelia is not a bad substitute to have. That is, of course, an understatement. He wasn't at his best last weekend. He was taken off at half-time at Rennes. Of course, is such a superb player, devastating when he is on his game. PSG could do with their Georgian wizard here. In their change strip of all white, they're kicking from right to left. Shraf Hakimi to Manya Zakliush. Now Kvaratskhelia. Very quickly tackled by Andre. To Akliush. He's a creative player, Manya Akliush, and PSG need a creative spark. Perhaps this man can apply it. Kvaratskhelia back to Zaire Emery. Akliush. PSG had 60% of the possession. First half, they'll probably have at least that in the second period. Bashir Onal is among the Lille substitutes. Big money recruit, certainly by Lille's standards, 12.5 million euros from football. He's a Turkish under-21 international who was born in the Netherlands, a player of considerable potential. Tinius pass picked off by Haraldson. Lille are good at discovering potential and then developing it. Some of the sales they've made in recent years, absolutely phenomenal, and that's main reason why the club's finances are in a far healthier state than they were a few years ago after that title win in 2021. Manya Zakliush into the box now. Passes straight to Bentaleb. Zaire Emery. Kvaratskhelia. Zaire Emery to the byline. Chips it towards that near post. It's cut out by Nathan Ngoy. And pumped clear by Berke Oza. 4 minutes into the second half. I'm not sure Lille have had the ball yet. It's been very dominant possession-wise for the Parisians. 5%. I don't think that will worry Ancelotti too much at the moment, but Lille will absolutely need to get hold of the ball at some point and look to pose a threat of their own. Maybe now with Bentaleb. To Haraldson. Oza puts his boot through that one. Capped twice by the Turkish national team. Had a bit of a fallout though back in November. He was unhappy at losing his place. Zaire Emery. Pushed on by Hakimi, but well read by Romain Perrault. Offside flag has stayed down for the moment. Giroud being held up by Ruiz, but still going. Eventually just lost control of the ball. 7 goals in the league last season for Lille. If anything, he had to play too much football last season. He'll didn't have too many other options. Hamza Igaman, the Moroccan international whom they signed from Rangers just over a year ago, he picked up a serious injury. Yet fit this season either, Hamza Igaman. Lille played Fernandez Pardo through the middle at some point, and that allowed Giroud to have a bit of a breather, but 39 years of age, it was a tall order for him to play so much football, both domestically and in the European games. That was as yellow cards come, wasn't it? That foul from Benjamin Andre. Vitinha. Show to Ruiz. Scalia. Pierre-Emauroy's been clipped right on the edge of the box, and it's Benjamin Andre, I think, who's committed the foul. He's just been booked. Is very much evident. He's got to be careful, Andre. He's so experienced. Of course, he'll know that he is stepping on some quite thin ice out there now. It's a good free kick this for Paris Saint-Germain. Can they conjure something? Vitinha, certainly a player that you would like to see over the ball if you're a Paris Saint-Germain supporter.
Be careful, penalty. Be careful, penalty.
The referee saying be careful or it will be a penalty. They're pushing and shoving going on in the box. Vitinha to take now. Who's ringing around the Decathlon arena? Vitinha whips it towards the goal. Andre, I think it was, who stooped to head clear. It's Ruiz. Scalia. Back with Fabian Ruiz. Hakimi. Again, it's Benjamin Andre, but again the ball goes straight back to PSG. Lille cannot clear their lines at the moment. Great pass from Beraldo. This is Marquinhos. Marquinhos has just clipped a Lille player. And at last, Lille will have a bit of a breather. It was well defended by Nathan Ngoy. Interesting to see Giroud and Marquinhos together, even in this penalty area. Good signing, Nathan Ngoy for Lille, just $4.5 million. They paid Stade Liège last summer. He's become part of the Belgian national team, featured at the World Cup. Had a bit of a mixed World Cup. He was sent off in Belgium's goalless draw against Iran. The server suspension, came back though and featured for Belgium in the knockout stages. By Perot. Pierre-Emauroy. Ruiz. Vitinha. Scalia one-on-one with Thiago Santos. Scalia going into the box. That is what he can do. Didn't quite get enough whip on it, but Lille know they cannot afford to allow this player to cut inside, unleash shots with his right boot. Most of Europe knows that now. 10 goals in the Champions League last season and a leading contender for this year's Ballon d'Or, Kvaratskhelia. Akliush, Geraldo, Ruiz. Kvaratskhelia again one-on-one with the Portuguese fullback. Again, he cuts infield. In the opposition box, and that was a dangerous one. And Andre again with the foul. Again, he complains to the referee, but I do wonder if Davide Ancelotti will think about taking Andre off, because fouls are mounting. It's the second time he's given a free kick away right on the edge of the box as well, and that literally is on the edge of the box. Ferran Torres using his body well. Close to a penalty, that. Now, Kvaratskhelia and Hakimi, the two right-footed players, looking at this ball with bulging eyes, thinking, I am very keen on this. They can beat the wall. It'll be difficult for the keeper, because this is not far out at all. Just over 18 yards out. Looks like Kvaratskhelia will take it. Kvaratskhelia with a horrible attempt in the end. Well, the whole stadium was holding its collective breath. And he got it all wrong, the Georgian. Not PSG's night yet as we approach the hour mark. To improve on their fairly wretched home form in 2026. Nicely played by Haraldsson. Santos. His crossing's been generally quite poor tonight, which is a shame, because the rest of Thiago Santos' game has been good. Real wasted opportunity, that. You've got a player like Giroud in the middle. It's so important you get those crosses right. Kliush. Strong challenge. Alexandre, the whistle blew eventually for a foul by the big strapping Brazilian on Ferran Torres. So Davide Ancelotti is making his first change of the night now. A couple of them. Galayel Muko, the midfielder, coming on for Benjamin Andre. So yes, it feels sensible. He's on a booking. He's committed a couple of fouls that were not too far away from a second yellow. So Muko replaces the skipper. He's had a really good game, but it's just not worth the risk, you feel. The slightest foul from Andre could be a second yellow. We've got Gaëtan Perrin coming on as well for Felix Correa now. useful player for Lille in this final half an hour with his ability to lead counter-attacks. Vitinha. Kvaratskhelia. Hakimi has just miscontrolled that one. It's gone out for a throw. That's where PSG have been shooting from. Can't say they've troubled Berkut Özil very much, though, despite a good number of efforts. So this is an attacking change. Lucas Beraldo holding midfielder going off, and Miko Götze, the Belgian winger, is on. Another summer recruit, Miko Götze, joining from Ajax. He's being described as the next Kvaratskhelia. He has similar traits. They have both of them on the pitch right now, as well as Ferran Torres. Ruiz. Kvaratskhelia. Touching off for Santos. You can hear Luis Enrique giving encouragement coming out of his technical area to inject a bit of energy into this PSG performance. Here's Zaire Emery for Fabien Ruiz. Kvaratskhelia. Computer has been tough on PSG, having to play Rennes, Lille and Monaco coming up as well. At a time when they know they're not yet physically at their best. Hakimi. Akliouche. Hakimi back to Akliouche. He fashioned space for a shot. He can't. He sets up Vitinha, who's wild in his attempt. Wasting, and therefore a corner, so that's another new rule. Goalkeeper takes too long, a corner is awarded, and PSG have got it here with Kvaratskhelia. His delivery is an outswinger. Now at the far post, it was Magnus Akliouche couldn't generate power in his header. There is still a long way to go in this game. You feel that Lille have to do perhaps a bit more with the ball if they're going to hold out here and get the win. Playing for time right now, it just invites more pressure. Akliouche has won it back. Vitinha. Bit of space now on the right for Hakimi. His pass, though, was left by Guts. Again, though, Lille just giving it straight back to Paris Saint-Germain. Miko Guts. Back to the former Ajax man. Look who's back defending now, Olivier Giroud. Vitinha going for goal, and that was more like it from Paris Saint-Germain. It had conviction, it had power, not quite the precision required. Lille dropping deeper and deeper, and Vitinha saying, okay, if you're going to sit that deep, I will absolutely shoot from 20-25 yards. Well, he's had a very good night, Etienne Mbappe. Really impressive for Lille. He's caused serious problems to Paris Saint-Germain, his former club. But he is being replaced now by Dylan Bakwa, a Strasbourg player who is on loan now from Nottingham Forest, back in Ligue 1. If he can hit the ground running, then Lille are going to have a super player on their hands. Wilfred Mbappe, Etienne's father, Kylian's father, of course, sitting next to Carlo Ancelotti, who coached Kylian Mbappe, of course, Real Madrid. Now Guts to Hakimi, Hakimi's cross. Skelia can't get there because Thiago Santos was too quick. Guts coming back for Hakimi, Torres, Hakimi to Vitinha. Ruiz, Torres with the layoff. Giroud is back to intercept though. Dylan Bakwa. Debut here for Lille, Dylan Bakwa. He managed 6 starts in the Premier League at Nottingham Forest last year. Didn't really acclimatise in what was a difficult season for Nottingham Forest as well. Kvaratskhelia. Akliouche. It is all PSG right now as Mika Guts tries to flick it through for Torres. Tight spaces, it was a difficult one to pull off. Lille can get a win. It'll be only the second time in the last 20 years they've won their opening 2 fixtures in the league. Here's Hakon Haraldsson. Nicely worked out to Bakwa. Dylan Bakwa coming infield. Changing passes now with Muko. Santos. Skills. Santos with the cross, and Giroud so close. Brilliant from Thiago Santos, and Olivier Giroud just off target with his header. He's headed it downwards a little bit too downwards in the end. Lille close to going 2-0 up. So no more goals tonight for Ferran Torres. Makes his way to the dugout, and it's Seni Mayulu on. Vitinha coming on as well for Paris Saint-Germain against his former club Lille. replacing Fabian Ruiz, which I'm sure means that Zaire Emery will move into the midfield now with Digne at left back. There's Muko, Congolese international who played for DR Congo at the World Cup. Alexandro, Giroud, lovely first time ball, Romain Perrault. Little left back, coming in field now, finding Dylan Bakwa. Backwards cross, headed away by Pacho. Good aggression in the midfield there by Bentaleb, but that was raised. Signs, though, that the game is starting to open up, and Lille are going to look to try to get that second goal if PSG have too many gaps at the back. Well, the linesman was better placed than the referee, and he says yes, it was a foul.
Quand on joue, c'est de suite. C'est pas de suite, on a sifflé. J'ai eu le temps de marcher 30 mètres j'ai marché.
Hakimi asking why he wasn't allowed to take that free kick quickly. PSG didn't lose last season in the league until the 22nd of September when they went one down at Marseille. They won their first 4 Ligue 1 matches last term. Vitinha's free kick. Well struck and defended by Ngoy. Digne, who started his career at Lille. He left Les Dogs for Paris Saint-Germain in 2013 in a €15 million move. Right at the start of the Qatari era. Marquinhos joined PSG 2 days after Digne. Of course, Digne since then has played for the likes of Barcelona, Everton, most recently Aston Villa. Now back for a second spell at Paris Saint-Germain. There's Godz. Kimi to Mayulu. Mayulu crossing dangerously. It's cleared by Bentaleb. To the last 15 we go. Vitinha. Pacho. Become accustomed to seeing Paris Saint-Germain get themselves out of difficult situations, often late in games. Godz. Kimi, top of the shoulder, he's gone past Romain Perrault, but Perrault did recover, conceded the corner. Kvaratskhelia corner. Hit it only as far as Vitinha, who shapes a lovely volley. Straight into the arms, though, of Oza. What a coup this would be for Davide Ancelotti if he can secure a victory here over Paris Saint-Germain. His father watching on in the stands as well. Crucially, it would mean a perfect start as well as Lille trainer with 2 wins from 2, but still time left in this one with Mika Goods looking to get PSG moving again. Goods to Akliouche. Bentaleb there again, he's had a really good game, Nabil Bentaleb. All hands to the pump though for Lille. You can see Giroud setting the example, tracking back and fighting hard. Now Dro Fernandez has been sent on for Akliouche. Kvaratskhelia corner. Luka Dean shot. Just hasn't been PSG's night so far. The shooting department, another one flies over. Scalia back to Vitinha. Show to Marquinhos. PSG have scored goals for fun almost against Lille in the last 5 years. We saw that stat, 33 goals scored in the last 10 games. They're finding it much tougher here. Dro Fernandez coming back now to Pacho. Vitinha. Marquinhos switching it to Digne. It's a forced pass really. Overhit and big cheer goes up. Lille supporters would absolutely love a victory here over Paris Saint-Germain. They've been few and far between in recent years, but they're in some position here with just over 10 minutes to go. And the goal scorer, the unique goal scorer so far tonight, Håkon Haraldsson, goes off to a big ovation. Replaced by Calvin Verdonk, so it's a defensive change. A big surprise there. Superb performance from Håkon Haraldsson, not just the goal, work rate, the link-up play in midfield, the way he manages to find space as well. Acceleration from Dro Fernandez. Pass finds Mika Goods. There are 4 up in this attack. Dro Fernandez, oh, he couldn't quite get his shot away. That was an opportunity. Some direct, dangerous running. The former Barcelona player. Slowly finding his feet. Paris Saint-Germain, Dro Fernandez, just 18 years of age. 7 starts last year after joining in January. This shows just how capable he is of carrying the ball forward at speed. Dean's Nice pass picked off by Ngoy. Surprising to see Giroud still out there in the 82nd minute. Does look fit though, doesn't he? He's put in a lot of work tonight. He's had a couple of presentable chances as well. One in the first half, he was denied by Safanov, and that header in the second. Kvaratskhelia being washed all the way by Santos and then tackled by Bakwa. PSG's corner then taken short by Kvaratskhelia. Cross is straight into the arms of Berke Ozar. He's been part of this frugal Lille defence in 2026. Berke Ozar, sometimes criticised by fans for making mistakes, but the goalkeeper who can command his defence as well, and he's playing his part again tonight. Nico Goods. Is that a corner? No, this time the ball has gone out off the PSG player, and Romain Perraud celebrates in front of the supporters. They feel they are edging closer now to a huge result, Lille. Good first-time pass for Dylan Bakwa. Can he produce something here? Bakwa, yes he can! What a goal from the debutant, Dylan Bakwa. Lille double their lead, and they've got the champions on the ropes now. Well, that is the quality that Dylan Bakwa has. Ligue 1 fans know that. Maybe he didn't produce it last season with Nottingham Forest in the Premier League, but Lille are absolutely thrilled to have this player on loan. And he has struck a really, really important blow here. No chance at all for Safanov. Bakwa just got that half a yard that he needed, coming inside Lucas Digne, curling it absolutely beautifully. Lille 2, Paris Saint-Germain 0. Luis Enrique with a perplexed expression there. Hasn't been the usual Paris Saint-Germain tonight. Blunt in front of goal, and Lille, although they've spent much of the evening defending, have also created some really good chances, and this second goal hasn't come out of the blue. Look at this stadium. 50,000 fans, almost. Just over 49,000 on their feet, claiming this Lille performance. I'll tell you what it's not done. It feels like Lille have maybe put the nail in PSG's coffin, but we know that this PSG side never ever gives up. Produced some pretty amazing late fight backs. Can they get one back? Kvaratskhelia. Mayulu to Zaire Emery. Mayulu again. PSG youth team graduate finding Vitinha. Good God for Kvaratskhelia. Hasn't really lifted the team, Kvaratskhelia, in this second half. Good God. Ball from Kvaratskhelia, the cutback from Götze, just too far in front of Mayulu. Lille know they've got to dig in. They're not too far away from the finishing line now, but still work to do. Kvaratskhelia tackled by Verdonk. Possibilities, the cross, and it's been flicked wide. Tro Fernandez, the lovely little pass in at that near post. And it's Warren Zaire-Emery who really needed to put that one away. He had Nathan Ngoy marking him quite closely, but he still got there first. Trips to the north of France in August, and it's looking like it might be 2 defeats. Paris Saint-Germain, if we go back to the Trophée des Champions, just up the road from here in Lens. 1-0 to Lens it finished. On that occasion, it's looking worse for PSG here, although just been penalised again for taking too long. The throw-in goes PSG's way. Well, we're looking at the glum faces of the PSG players on the bench, but I think you have to give so much credit to this Lille side, to Davide Ancelotti, who has been working with them during pre-season, but he's still getting to know this club, he's getting to know his players, he's got them brilliantly organised today. Exceptional tactical plan. Good Götze. The last club to have denied Paris Saint-Germain a league title. Lille winning the league 5 years ago now, with Christophe Galtier at the helm. Kvaratskhelia. Not saying they're going to do it again this year, but they're enjoying a very good start to the season. Here's Marquinhos. Hakimi. He's given everything again tonight, Achraf Hakimi. Created danger in the first half in particular. Now the shot. Oh, it's into the top corner from Vitinha. It is not over yet. At the start of 3 minutes of added time, PSG are back to within 1 goal. And it's a wonderful shot from Vitinha. You don't see him score too many with his left foot, but that was just placed perfectly beyond Berkut Özil. Quality that PSG haven't really produced in the first 19 minutes, but in added time they have struck. So, some nerves all of a sudden in the Decathlon arena as Paris Saint-Germain look to produce a stunning late fight back. Vitinha tackled. Paris Saint-Germain have got it though. They've got 2 minutes to try to do something. Digne for Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia with the cross, it's dangerous. Really well defended by Nabil Bentaleb. Noza collects. Well, he looks cool, doesn't he, Ancelotti? I'm sure there will be a few nerves after that Vitinha goal. Giroud offside. PSG come again. Go Fernandez. Achraf Hakimi. Hakimi to the byline. Good cross from him. Oza collects. Excellent from the Turk. He's been hurt. Seems here following some contact with Mika Goods. Just what Lille needed, though, from 26-year-old keeper to come and show plenty of authority there. Perhaps the biggest night in the young career of Davide Ancelotti, the new Lille manager. He's a minute away from beating his father's former club, Paris Saint-Germain, but PSG have a free kick here. They want to take it as quickly as they can. Vitinha standing over the ball. 3 minutes are almost up. Vitinha goes short to Hakimi. Vitinha. Searching cross, headed away by Perrault. Throw into PSG and a rather silly yellow card as Perrault kicked the ball away. Hakimi blocked by Romain Perrault. The crowd are imploring the referee to blow his whistle, but another cross goes in. It's a dangerous one, dealt with by Thiago Santos. Corner to PSG, will they have time to take it? What a finale here. After coming from 2 down in Rennes, PSG trying to repeat it in Lille. Another searching cross. Touched away by Berke Oza. It's going to come back in, Vitinha. Good cross from him, and the header is in! Astonishing! Paris Saint-Germain have come from 2 down in added time. And it's their captain, Marquinhos. Well, we are in the 5th minute of added time. 3 were indicated. Safonov was up there. But it was the maestro, Vitinha, who scored the first. He's set up the second for the captain, Marquinhos. This is one of PSG's most remarkable fightbacks. They just never, ever give up. Look what it means to Luis Enrique and his staff. This is huge. It's the reaction of a phenomenal team. Now we've seen a red card coming out. Oh, this is going to give the Parisians 1 point, but so much belief. It's all over. It was the last touch of the night, that header from Marquinhos. Remarkable drama at the Decathlon Arena, and for the 2nd week running, PSG have come from 2 down. This time they've done it.
La passe dans la profondeur. Bien donné, plein axe. Il est sur le côté. C'est parfait, magnifique. C'est bien fait, ça. Il peut tirer. Quelle occasion, attention. Oh, quel arrêt.
Incroyable comme il est allé la chercher. Ça semblait se diriger tout droit au fond.